Hello, everybody. We're here today to show you about a place we landed for freeze-dried foods. This is on the screen is Marcello. He's the owner and founder of the Thrivalist.com that we're currently using. So I wanted to talk to people about the $29 samples kit they can order because we ordered it and have some here with me. I want to go over it with you item by item and have you tell people a little bit about it. But say hi, introduce yourself.
Hi, it's Marcello. I've been with emergency preparedness for a couple decades, professionally about 15 years, and we've owned some of the top brands in the emergency market: Food Storage Depot, Thrivalist, Ready Harvest Foods, Purify Emergency Water. Just goes on and on. And we know how to do food, and we know how to do it right. We don't do the popular thing, by the way, and I'm going to show you that when we go through the samples today. I'm going to show you why we pick the foods that we're sending out there because they definitely aren't popular, but they're the right foods for emergencies when it comes to saving up foods and the right foods to eat on a daily basis if you're going to get the nutrients you need. So I'm excited to go through these samples with you. So whenever you're ready, we can
Sure.
go for it. Yeah.
So now I want to start with this one. This is the sweet potatoes you talked about. They're
Yes.
dehydrated. You don't want to take them out of the package and pop them in your mouth. You
No,
want
no,
to
you'll break your
hydrate them
teeth.
first. You'll break your teeth.
You'll break your teeth.
But tell us why you included these freeze-dried sweet potatoes. And folks, when you do it, don't just pour water to hydrate it. Heat them, cook them, because they're really dense and they're hard to center. You want to talk about?
Exactly. In fact, you probably have freeze-dried. I think my team put freeze-dried sweet potatoes and dehydrated sweet potatoes. Do you have both of those there? I think you do, right?
I'll have to look.
Yeah, I think you have those. Is
Yep.
that the no, that's those are carrots, I believe. So then those are dehydrated carrots, and those are super again nutrient dense is what we're looking for.
Looks
Those
like
are
we
out.
don't have freeze-dried.
Oh, I thought they put the freeze dried in
No, I
there, but
recognize everything else and I know what it is, and none of them are.
okay. So
Okay.
maybe I'm wrong, but I thought they put the freeze dried for people to compare.
Well, you told
Now,
me an interesting story about this. Share that with the
oh,
rest.
totally, yeah. So what happens is this in the industry. Sweet potatoes are amazing for nutrient density. Okay. Now, if you were to compare the freeze-dried sweet potatoes and the dehydrated sweet potatoes, it's night and day. The sweet potatoes, usually when you get them, it says sweet potatoes, so you're expecting it to be super sweet and all that stuff. They're actually kind of bland. They're potatoes. And we found some that are slightly sweet, so it's actually better than bland, right? But during an emergency, you're looking for nutrient density. You can add sugar, you can add salt, you can do all these different things to make it to your taste, and everybody's taste bud is different. So someone's going to taste a sweet potato like a sweet potato that I think is kind of bland, sometimes with a little bit of sweetness, they're going to go, "Wow, this is so sweet," and other people are going to go, "Wow, this is not so sweet," because that's different on everybody's tongue, right? So it's all different, but you're talking about nutrient density. So what happens is this, if you were to look at a freeze-dried sweet potato and a dehydrated sweet potato, freeze-dried is probably going to be, close to 50 calories, and it's not exactly that, but it's pretty close to 50 calories, where a dehydrated sweet potato for the same half cup of sweet potatoes, same half cup, just half a cup of freeze-dried and dehydrated. That dehydrated, instead of around 50, is going to be closer to 300 calories. It's huge, including all the vitamins. So many more vitamins in the dehydrated. People think, well, dehydrated, it loses all the vitamins. Yeah, A and C a little bit, but it brings in so many other vitamins you wouldn't have in the freeze-dried. And so we tell people dehydrated is the right way to go. Now, from a money-making point of view, it's stupid for us to do that, just to let you know, because we don't make as much money selling the dehydrated. We make so much more money selling the freeze-dried because freeze dried is light. You can send it. You don't have to pay as much shipping. It takes up less room in a can. You don't put as many sweet potatoes don't fit in a can because it's so airy and puffy and everything like that. But those dehydrated sweet potatoes are so dense and they're heavy and they fill up the can so much more and you get so much more food and so much more density, so much more vitamins. And it stinks for us because we don't make as much money and then we have to kind of skirt it here and there because our margins are thinner, but it's the right thing to do for families. So that's why we do it. Does
I
that
Well,
make sense?
go ahead.
I think what I would do with those sweet potatoes, because I really like making smoothies. I think you said let them soak overnight and then in the
Yeah, I mean
morning you can use them.
if you soaked them for 2 hours, they're soft.
Okay,
In an emergency, if you don't have heat and all that stuff, put it in lukewarm, regular water, room temperature water for about 2 hours, and they're soft. You can eat them, right?
okay.
And if you need to, you can boil them. I can't remember for how long, maybe 30, 20 minutes. I can't remember what it is. But if you just did that or soaked it overnight, wake up in the morning, they're good, and heat them up for 10 minutes, 5 minutes in a boil, whatever you want to make them cooked and they're ready to go and you can eat them. It's up to you how you want to do it. During an emergency, a couple hours, you can be eating them. And
Tell
it's
them
awesome.
about the customer you have that got you to start carrying these and
Oh yeah,
who they
thank you.
are and why they want them.
So we were selling it all over the world, by the way. We're sending it to Australia. We're sending it to, I mean, everywhere, right? And we sent the Navy SEALs all these samples of different types of foods. Guess what their number one pick was dehydrated sweet potatoes. Like I didn't know this. I'm not a Navy SEAL. I wasn't there, but I said, guys, isn't that hard for you guys when you're rucking out and in the middle of the forest and all that stuff? And they go, it's not like that. They said we usually station at a place for a long period of time. We got to cook, we got everything, and they make the food for us. And it's not like what you think that, we're in the brush and crawling all day long. We're stationed at places for a long time, and they're kind of explaining it to me how it works. But they said for the nutrient density, our MREs stink. We don't want any more MREs. We don't want the freeze-dried cooked meals anymore because it's just too much sodium and our bowels get blocked and everything else. They wanted the dehydrated sweet potatoes.
Cool. That's great. That's quite an endorsement.
Yeah.
Good reason to have them. And I can't wait to put them in my smoothies.
Yeah, and it's just a lot of nutrient density.
Debbie, you tried this one. This is the freeze dry or dehydrated apples. I
Yes.
hydrated it and you came and tasted those. What did you say the first thing you said when you put them in your mouth?
I said, wow,
Yeah,
the flavor was amazing. They're not beautiful, but they taste
great.
incredibly good.
You want to talk about the look of them and why
Yeah.
it is?
Yeah, I'll talk about dehydrated sweet potatoes. Now, we call those chips, but they're actually bits. And I've asked my team to change the label so it actually says bits instead of chips.
This is
Chips
sweet
are a little
potatoes.
bit
This is
bigger.
apples. We're talking about apples.
Yeah,
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 it's
apple chips or
Okay,
bits.
gotcha.
We're calling them apple bits. So we're going to be changing them because apple chips are a little bit bigger, but the problem is it's hard to find apple chips without sulfur. And a lot of people don't know that apples, if they're super white, there's usually something added to them. And usually it's not on the label. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And so can you put those back up on the screen? I'm going to show people. Get that close. Do you see how those apples are brown? That is amazing. People would look at them and say, "Oh, these apples are brown." And I'm like, "Yeah, they're brown," but they don't know what that means. What that means is that they've been dehydrated without all the extra additives. It's a natural apple. That is a clean, healthy, nutrient-dense apple, and
And
it's super
tasty. I
dry
really enjoyed
and
it.
tasty.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, we pick dehydrated apples, and we're probably going to throw in some freeze dried for those people who want them. But dehydrated apples, because as soon as you open up a can of freeze dried apples, because of the sugar content, starts going soft very quickly and gathering moisture from the air. And that can be dangerous with bacteria growing and everything else. With the dehydrated apple, it gets soft less quickly. And you always want to seal it. You always want to keep it closed so the air can't get to it, so it stays crispier, right? But you actually have a longer open shelf life with dehydrated apples. And remember back to the density thing I was telling you about? You get so many more apples with those dehydrated apples than you would with freeze-dried apples that take up so much room, so airy and everything else. You're getting a ton of food, and it stinks for us again because we don't make as much money because of the shipping. It's heavy, and you're getting like, probably four times more apples, maybe five times more apples in a can than you would with the freeze dried.
Okay, this is the carrots. They're gorgeous and they taste
Yeah.
wonderful.
Those are
Those are really
delicious.
bright orange. I really like these.
Yeah. Those again are dehydrated. We picked a carrot that actually you could crunch on if you needed to, but if you
I
saw,
did. I ate it dry
yeah,
out of the bag. It was okay.
exactly. We picked this so that you could do that if you wanted to during an emergency, or you can soak it if you wanted to, and it'll get even softer.
I
But they're
soaked
they're
that with
good
room
carrots.
temperature water and they came back like that and they taste great.
It's gonna be
Super
great in
easy.
bolognese. It's
Yep,
gonna be a great.
absolutely.
This is the pineapple, little teeny chunks, but they taste amazing. They have a good smell.
Yeah, and just to let you know with the pineapples, in the industry, we used to do the big chunks. And if you go back about 10 years ago, everybody could get the big chunks. Even Thrive got the big chunks. And what happened in the industry is we weren't able to get it on a consistent basis. And when you change food, everybody complains, right? Oh, it used to be big, now it's small, and now, it goes from this to that and everything else. And if you can't get a consistent supply of big chunks, it's really hard, and then you change it back to the small and people complain, right? So we went to the 3/8 size chunks, and so did Thrive, by the way. They went to the smaller ones because those were consistent. We could find those and get those on a consistent basis. I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver, so I'm cautious to say this, but I think my team has found a consistent version of the big chunks, and I'm waiting for
Well,
them to tell me for sure.
I like them. I ate it straight out of the thing and I
Yeah.
hydrated it, and both of were hands down winners. They're really
They're
delicious.
good. They're
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 really
still good.
excellent.
They're
Yeah.
great with smoothies too. I'm a
Yeah.
smoothie girl.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
great.
And again, you're getting more pineapple with smaller chunks, but again, people like big ones for some reason, so we're looking for it.
Another one that's great out of the package, but even better hydrated, are the blueberries. They're delicious.
Those are good. Yeah. A lot of our blueberries will come from Oregon, Washington area. Yeah.
This one, Debbie and I are physically wrestling each other over who gets the remainder of it. This is your peaches. These
Oh
are
man.
awesome. You want to tell people about them?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So in the industry, when you're freeze drying peaches, peaches have a tendency to, when they're ripe, they're too soft. And so a lot of times what happens is freeze-dried peaches are going to be very bland because you pick them right before they're ripe, right? So that you can actually do something with them. So what happens in the industry is most freeze-dried peaches are going to be sweet, but not super sweet. They're kind of in the middle a little bit. But we've found these peaches, they're sugared, okay, but not with corn syrup like every other peach out there. It's actually natural sugar, sugar you add to it. And because of that sugar, it becomes harder and crunchier, and the sweetness is amazing. So that's the only product I think that we have that we add anything to it. It's just not peaches 100%. It
Well,
has
I
a little
gotta
bit of
tip.
sugar added. But man, my kids can't stop eating that, and they're still
I'm the
getting,
same way.
yeah, they're
Right
still
out of the
getting,
package, they were delicious, but if you
oh
hydrate
man,
them, they'll blow your mind.
totally. And my kids won't stop eating it, and they're still getting a ton of nutrients. It does have a little bit of sugar in it, but I'll tell you, in an emergency, that's candy. That's just, it's healthy candy is what it is.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
People will not know what this is without a label or something telling them. This is chopped up asparagus.
Asparagus. So
You
let me
open it
talk
up,
about,
the odor comes out, and you go, "That's asparagus." If you
yeah,
taste
and
them,
the
you're
thing
like,
is,
"These are flavorful."
those tiny pieces are the ones we could get consistency. I think we might have found a bigger one, and I'm waiting to find that out. The reason why we picked the small ones is because of the, baby carrots, smaller carrot, or I'm sorry, a smaller asparagus is less stringy. You know how it gets in your teeth and
It's
it's hard to
tender.
eat. What happens is we've done asparagus in the past that when you go to eat it, even after hydrating, it just is so unpleasant to eat. And so what we did is we picked one that actually is easy to eat. That's the small asparagus that you have right there. We think we found one that's still easy to eat. That's a little bit bigger, and my team's getting back to me on that. But even if that's not the case, those small ones are amazing, and you get more per can, so we're okay either way.
More
But
per can
again,
is good. You can have a lot of cream of asparagus soup with that, I can see.
absolutely.
I
Yeah.
made some
Yeah,
for Debbie. I hydrated them with uh, uh, lemon juice,
yeah.
diluted lemon juice. Put Parmesan cheese, put it in the oven until the cheese melted, and we ate them, and it was just unbelievably delicious.
Exactly. And we're listening to everybody. We're asking, what do you guys want? And if we have enough people telling us what we want, what you guys want, so that's what we do. You want the small ones, the big ones. We're not going to please everyone, but we're going for the majority. And we're always willing to improve. If you looked at our core values, the third or fourth core value down is always improving. And so if we find something better in the industry, we replace it. That's what we've always done. And we will continue to do that because we always want to give the right stuff, the best stuff, preparing families the right way the first time.
This is our first encounter with freeze-dried red onions. They're
So
delicious.
delicious.
They smell wonderful. They taste amazing.
Those are awesome. It speaks for itself. Those are amazing.
Here's another one. This is a fruit. This is bananas, and
Yep.
they're yummy. They're very good.
Yeah. Those bananas are great. Remember, when you do open those up, because of the sugar content, if you expose them to the air too quickly, they go soft. So remember, if you do open it, seal it quickly until you're finished eating them.
So these are freeze dried or
Yep.
dehydrated?
Those are freeze dried. You don't want dehydrated. Dehydrated is usually going to be done with oils, and oils go rancid.
Okay.
And freeze dried is not done with oils.
And here's another winner. Freeze-dried onions again, but this is white onions. I
Is that
made
white? Is that onions or garlic? It looks almost like garlic.
it might be garlic.
We didn't, I don't think we opened that one
We didn't open
actually.
this
Okay,
one.
so this is what I'm gonna have you do if you're gonna. Is that garlic?
I'm about to find out if I can get these things to separate.
Okay. So this is if it's garlic, I'm gonna have you do something special.
I'm gonna try.
I can't seem to get that on. There we go.
You got it.
Okay, do a quick smell. If your eyes don't water, it's not onions.
Can't get that.
You don't have fingernails?
Not packaged. There we go.
Okay, smell
It's
it.
garlic. It's definitely
Garlic. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna have everybody do. You get your little garlic sample, and I don't want you to eat a lot of it. I want you to take one little bit and put it on your tongue. Just one. Don't do two, don't do three, just one. Okay? And look at the potency of that
wow.
garlic.
Wow.
That
Do you,
is a
do you
wow
feel
factor.
that? Do you see what I'm talking about?
That's a wow factor.
Yeah, that we don't buy garlic from the store anymore. My family and I, we don't do it. That is a natural antibiotic. When my kids get sick, they actually like garlic. That's what's crazy. But when my kids get sick or we get sick, we actually take a spoonful of that and eat it. It's going to burn a little bit in the mouth, and you can dilute it if you need to and everything else. But we cook with that, we use it. It does go soft, so you got to put that lid back on. And remember, if you have a big can of garlic, you're not going to use it all of a sudden. When you open up that can, stick it in a mason jar and fill it up to the top and seal it. Just by doing that alone, not even adding an oxygen absorber, just by doing that alone and keeping it in a cool, dark place will keep that garlic crispy for a long time. And if you don't have a dark place, just put a little bit of tin foil around that mason jar and just stick it in a cool place, right? And then all of a sudden you're not exposing it to light and heat and all that. And it'll stay good for a long time till you're ready to use it. That's what we do at home, just to let you know.
That's delicious.
Another winner, the mangoes.
Mangoes are good.
They taste and they smell wonderful, and you can't. It's just the old Lay's slogan. You can't eat just one.
Oh yeah, that's candy again, for healthy candy for an emergency.
You use that every day too.
These green peas refresh when they get wet. They're brilliant green. They're delicious, and they're a good snack right out of the bag if you're so inclined. And they hydrate well and they taste well.
And I think my team might have been swapping out green peas and green beans. So if I'm not sure what's coming out in the kits, but it
Okay,
might be green beans for people to try or green peas. I'm
that's
not
what we
sure.
got in this $29 kit.
Okay.
Uh, Debbie's a giant fan, and she will even call herself a raspberry snob. She
Yeah.
loves these raspberries.
So good for smoothies and just to eat straight out. I mean, there's just really delicious.
One of the products Debbie and I always sampled when we were doing tastings with Thrive was
Yeah.
sweet corn. The
Yep.
sweet corn rocks. It meets the standard. It is good.
It's good. It's
It's
good.
good. Sample it, and you'll get that wow factor.
Exactly. And my team is actually there's two types of corn, sweet corn and super sweet corn. I believe that might be sweet corn, and I think my team is actually bringing in a sweet corn, super sweet corn.
Well,
So
I'll say this on camera. It rivals and is as good as the Thrive corn we've been doing for a decade plus.
it's good. Yeah.
It's really
Yeah.
good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So the number one champion of all, the strawberries.
They're good.
They're not just good, they're excellent.
And those are good nutrient dense. The strawberries we picked are actually good, healthy ones. I think I'm not sure, but did you guys get also the quick cook beans? Did you guys get those
Get
in?
that.
No.
Okay, I think my team might be putting quick cook beans in some of the samples.
Okay.
If they are putting that in there, I'm going to explain those real quick. That's super important. During an emergency, people don't understand, and I'll grab, let me see if I have some
Oh my.
right here. These right here are quick cook beans. Okay.
Okay. That's all we buy.
Yeah, and the thing about it is if you're cooking beans on a normal basis, like most people don't even know how to cook beans in the United States, right? Unless you're Latino like me or whatever, and you're able to just cook it on a normal basis, right? Those are great to switch out or to rotate on a normal basis every day. Now, the quick cook beans are amazing for daily and long term for a good reason. You literally can take these, stick them in cold water for about an hour, and they're completely rehydrated.
Wow.
Like you don't have to do any cooking at all. Okay.
And
And
that's
during an
high
emergency,
protein too, isn't it?
super high protein, super high good carbohydrates and protein. You're getting your macronutrients from your beans here. And then you add parboiled rice, it's even better. Okay. But going back to these beans, during an emergency, you're able to eat these straight out of. I'll do this, and it's going to be kind of weird hearing me crunch for a little bit. Watch this. I'll take these, and if you've ever had corn nuts before, those
Yeah.
the thing you buy from the store. That's what it's like. Can you hear that crunching?
Uh-huh.
Probably annoying for some people, but now I got to swallow it.
So unlike regular beans that have not been parboiled, you've got to go use a 5 gallon propane tank to get them ready to eat. This is an energy saver, and you get that protein fast, and it's quality and it's good.
And most people don't understand that regular beans, if you put them in a can and save them, okay, for decades, and not every bean because they go in different, as far as wetness goes and everything else. But a lot of beans will go hard over time. And when you try to cook them during an emergency, I mean, don't throw them out. You can grind them or something else to use them. But during an emergency, those beans are so hard that you can't cook them. It's very difficult. You have to do something to them to be able to use them somehow. And I had a lady walk into our store, and this was what she said. She goes, "That's exactly right. You're right." And she said, "I ended up soaking my beans overnight or so, and then I pressure cooked them, and I took them out, and they were still hard. So I soaked them again, pressure cooked them again, still hard. Soaked them again, pressure cooked them again, still hard. Soaked them again, pressure cooked them again, and finally we were able to eat them." And I said, "Wow, during an emergency,
That would,
imagine how much fuel you just used that you could be using for heating your home."
yeah,
For heating a little tent or a room or whatever, you know, you just wasted a ton of energy and water
yeah,
because of all the water you have to soak and cook with that. These get rid of that. 20 years later, you're eating this, it's completely good still in a can.
yeah.
Okay.
You're right. Debbie and I started off stocking up whole regular beans in our beginning of being prepared, and we had 5 gallon buckets of them, all that. And then we came to that conclusion. This is going to take a long time to rehydrate these. I did not know they got harder, but
Mhm.
you're right, because we had some stored 5 years and we scooped them up and tried to cook them, and we had to do exactly what you said, cook them several times, and then
Mhm.
they became edible. But we switched our strategy to nothing but parboiled beans. And
Yep. And they're called pre-cooked beans because it's not partially boiled, but they're actually fully cooked.
okay,
And so these right here, the quick cook beans, again, you can eat them right out of the packaging, or you can soak them for an hour. They're done in cold water, right? Regular room water, room temperature water, or put them in hot water for probably 15 minutes and they're done.
yeah,
Okay. Like in boiling water, they're done in 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. So
Awesome.
this is the right way to go when
we're
it
gonna
comes to beans.
we're gonna screen share the sample pack and then talk about it, and you can added bonus they get if
Okay.
you order it.
No, that sounds great. Like pull up the one on the website right now. I'm not sure what samples they're sending, but
Okay.
just to let you know, again, this is not fun for us to mail in to people because it's heavy, it's nutrient dense, it's all that stuff, it's all the wonderful things, but it's heavy. And we're giving so much more food per container because it's dehydrated, not freeze dried in this. And I would do this dehydrated all day long instead of freeze dried because it's better for you. And it stinks for us because again, we lose money on shipping and everything else. but it's the right thing to do for families. It's the right thing I do for my family, so I should be doing it for everybody else's family at the same time. That's how you do it. It's not popular. It isn't popular, but it's right.
That's awesome. That is awesome. So Marcelo, can you try to maybe share your screen? We're having some technical difficulties with Zoom
Yeah,
not
not a
responding
problem at all.
properly.
Let me go ahead and
If it
do
works
that.
better for you, but I was gonna pull up the sample pack and then also explain how to get it. Also, the additional benefit that you're offering.
Yeah, let's see. How do I share screen here? Share. Oops, I need to send a request. Can you give me permission?
Yeah, it's our Zoom's,
Locking up.
yeah, it's locked up.
Is it? Okay. For some reason, I'm not able to get in there, but
Okay, well, perhaps, I know the URL is, oh, it looks like it finally released. Okay,
You got
oh, there
control
it
of
is.
it.
Yeah, if you can see this right here, if you go under food and
Yes.
okay. So if you look under the food tab, we have the special food sample offer that we're giving right now. You're getting a sample pack of food, probably worth about 35 bucks, and a VIP emergency preparedness course worth close to $600 for 29.97 for nothing. Just to test it out. You're getting all that. I mean, don't pay the 19.99.90. Please use the code from your sponsor or sign up under your sponsor as an affiliate so that you can use your own code. Okay, and then get the special offer while we're doing it. I'm not sure everything my team's putting in right now, but it looks like dehydrated apples, blueberries, mango, peach slices, strawberries, asparagus, dehydrated carrots, corn, garlic, red onions, green beans. So I guess we got the green beans there, dehydrated sweet potatoes. Looks like freeze-dried sweet potatoes and pre-cooked pinto beans. So I think they're putting those in now as well for people to try so you can see the difference between the two. So anyways, when we're talking about this, we're teaching people how to prepare the right way the first time. Again, we want to do the right thing, and that's why we're sending the right foods. And you should be able to get that in the mail pretty quickly.
Everybody on it that sees this video, go to.
so you want to go to the person that invited you. If you go straight to thrivalist.com/product/sample pack, you can see everything there, but to check out, you need a sponsor code. The sponsor code will discount the offering to 29.97. So whoever sent you to that website, find out what their sponsor code is.
Awesome. I'll stop sharing here, and oh, now we have yours up. So that's perfect. If you want, I can see your screen.
Okay.
But yeah, please let us know if there's anything we can do for you as well. And we'll keep serving.
Awesome. So Marcella, we're gonna have another call with you, going diving a little bit deeper about your company, your philosophies, and yeah. So I'm very excited to share that as well.
Perfect.
Thank you for putting the sample pack together. We strongly recommend this. Debbie and I do. We have it. We've tasted and tried everything. It's wonderful. It's good. And the deal he's giving you is unbelievable. That $600, 597, $597. Tell them a little bit about that course. What are they getting? They're getting.
Yeah, you bet. I don't know if you can stop screen sharing and then we'll be bigger a little bit, but
Sure.
I'll tell a little bit more about that course. That course is something we did about 2, 3 years ago. We recorded it. That course, the challenge I had is I'm teaching people who've never done preparedness all the way to people who've been doing preparedness for 20, 30 years. How do I make it so I don't overwhelm the people who've never done preparedness? So I tell a bunch of stories and stuff like that. And they're stories that I didn't script a lot of that stuff. It's just I felt like I had to tell a story, so I told it. And I just did that. Now, the people who have taken the course said, "Oh my goodness, thank you. I was afraid to take it, and I was just like so scared, but then you got in there and told stories. I felt so good." And then if you just keep going till, even the after class, like I'm adding my hour of me teaching, and then I bring in some of my expert friends to tag team with me. In those extra hour, we go deeper into things for people who want to know more about preparedness, and we tell stories, but we also teach principles. By day 3, you're like, "Oh my goodness, I'm learning so much. This is amazing." But we didn't stop at 5 days. I actually pulled in a ton of my amazing friends and had them teach on a 6th day for about 12 to 13 more hours. So you're getting what, 10 hours, 13, about 25 hours worth of content. And these are the best of the best of the industry. We're talking about David Nisha from the show alone. We're talking about Jim Phillips, he's dead now. He's a legend. He is the number one expert in cold winter clothing in the world. Okay. You have Jeannie Dayton. She is the number one expert at making bread or making bread products during an emergency. She has the most simple recipe anyone has in the industry, and you can make 100 things from it. And there's no oils. I mean, it's just amazing. We make pizza, we make bread, we make rolls. At my house, we're making all these things. She teaches you how to do it, and it's just amazing. And so there's so much information in there, and we're giving that away for free.
Wow.
That's awesome. So get your $29 sample kit and get this extensive course that's normally 600 bucks for free along with it. So
Yeah, you get it.
jump on this, get yourself involved, stay prepared. There's no downside in being prepared.
That's
Yeah,
right.
and let me do a little caveat because I always like to underpromise, overdeliver. That 5 days, there's no way I could teach you everything I know in 5 days. It took me 20 to 30,000 hours of real world experience, two to $300,000 in stupid mistakes to learn what I've learned. There's no way I can teach you that. That course is to get people interested in preparedness enough to get the bigger course that'll save them literally probably 5 to 10,000 hours of research, and it'll save them at least $5 to $10,000 in dumb mistakes. That course is what I'm trying to lead people to, not to make money, because this is a mission of mine. I'm not even taking a paycheck, but because I know it'll help them. Okay? Because I know it'll help people out. And we don't put it cheap. People who pay attention, right? And so we make it so that it hurts a little bit because when what we found is if I gave the course to people, and I've done this enough times, people say, "Hey, I want to do it so much." I said, "I love you. I'm going to give it to you," and they don't do it. They spend a couple $1,000s, they get it done.
Yeah.
And I've learned that people who pay attention, and people who don't pay are the biggest complainers. You know what I'm saying? It's the craziest thing. But my disservice is to make it too cheap to people. Okay. My service to them is to get them to actually do something about it. And it's the best in the industry. It is the best course in the industry. I'll just show this to you guys so you guys know what I'm talking about. We're transferring it over right now to your guys' platform, so everybody has it on there. We were having it on another platform. We've had that for a long time. This is the workbook, 300 pages for the workbook. I don't want to say 300 pages because that scares people, but this should be 1,500 pages. And I've made it so it's so easy that you just fill in the blanks and get through it by watching videos and then filling in the blanks, and then you have your emergency preparedness plan done. You know what to do. And you can get better prepared in 90 days or less than you could get prepared in 10 to 15 years, literally, without this information. This information gets you prepared, and most people get it done in 30 days and less. It doesn't have to take 90 days. I have people emailing me. This is crazy. In the industry, when you put out a course, most likely you get about 5% of the people who finish it. We have been getting 9 out of 10 to people finishing the course because it's fun, it's interesting, it's all that stuff, and we're getting 9 out of 10. That's unheard of. Part of the reason is right now with the promotion we're doing, when people finish the course in 90 days or less, we send them $1,000 package mail, a gift package in the mail with food and all this stuff in it. If they finish it within 90 days, we give them $1,000 gift right back in the mail.
Wow.
Okay. And they finish the course. That's the crazy thing. They want that $1,000 gift. They finish the course. And that to me is more important than just selling a course and making money.
Well, thank you for taking time out of your busy day. We know you're a super busy guy. This has been very helpful. I hope if you're watching this, you act on it. Don't let grass grow under your feet. This is a good program. This is good quality food. And stock up and get prepared.
That's right. That's right. And reach out to the person that invited you to try this. They would be your contact, your affiliate. And so thank you guys for watching, and we'll see Marcello on the next call for a deeper dive.
Thank you, Marcello.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.